What's up, everybody? How's it going? If this is your first time on the Retroezbake YouTube channel, I just want to say welcome. We do a ton of Let's Play content. So if video games is your thing, stick around, check out some of the other videos we got going. But this video right here is a review. That's right, we're doing a game review, and you guessed it, it is the Star Wars review. So stick around. Roll it. And here we are. Aren't swivel chairs just the best? I mean, come on. But we are here to review Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. This game came out late 2019 and is roughly $60 in the shops. So, the adventure starts out with your character, Cal Kestis, working on an Imperial kind of chop shop. Now, at this point, the Empire is trying to delete the last of the Force sensitive beings in the galaxy. You know that you are Force sensitive and you've kind of suppressed that, pushed it down, and you're kind of incognito. But that secret is going to be coming out, and that's where your adventure starts. I don't want to give too many spoilers in this because the game is absolutely fantastic. So, throughout your journey, you may encounter some stormtroopers. And at the end, you fight one of the most iconic villains of all time. I know I did say no spoilers, but I mean, come on, I had to bust these out. If you do like these skulls, which I am a huge fan of, they come from an artist out in Australia. I'll be linking his information down below. I also did a video of these skulls. I mean, look at the detail on these. All right. I mean, this is absolutely fantastic. I did a video on these skulls, and I'll be putting it up here, down here, over to the sides. I don't know. You'll be able to get to it, but you guys can go check that out. But back to the review. So storyline, I'm giving this a 9 out of 10 because it is so in depth, a lot of twists and turns, and again, it's a lot of replay value as well. So here, boom, I've got my trusty notes on this review. So let's get to it here. So, storyline, I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. I mean, you are going to be battling against some of the most iconic machines in the Star Wars canon. I'm talking about AT-ATs, AT-STs. I mean, who in their right mind wants to battle an ATST solo? But you get to do it in this game. It's absolutely fantastic. We're dropping some gameplay here in a little bit. Um, so again, storyline fantastic, a 9 out of 10. Graphics, again, I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. If you look in the backgrounds, and if you're a huge Star Wars nerd, there are going to be tons and tons of Easter eggs. Some of the positives here I wrote down. The droids are on point. I know that's a minor detail, but again, in the backgrounds, you're going to be seeing GNK power droids. You're going to be seeing R2 units, R4 units. all the mechanisms. You're going to be seeing security bots, which are absolutely incredible. So the droids were on point. The backgrounds were absolutely beautiful. The lightsaber moves itself are super fun to do, and who doesn't like that iconic noise? Um, some more positives about the game is it's a big world. You can explore until your heart's content in this game. Um, and the replay value, like I said before, is super high. So storyline 9 out of 10. Graphics 9 out of 10. You know, um, Another positive to this game is it literally held up to the nostalgia factor of Star Wars. It had that old school feel of the trilogy. It had that classic Star Wars charm that you can't really fake. Um, Without it being too cheesy, without it being over the top Star Wars. It was put together really well. I think it was curated very carefully. So huge plus there. Now let's get into some of the negatives real quick. The controls. I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. It's a lower mark than most. But here's my deal. I played this game with keyboard and mouse, and keyboard and mouse controls for this game particularly were very, very wonky. So if I would suggest, if you are going to be playing this game, which I highly suggest you do, I would suggest that you play this on a controller. I think you're going to have a way better time. It's going to flow more smoothly for you, and it'll be more intuitive on a controller. Keyboard and mouse a little wonky, a lot of controls that you have to press. Sometimes I felt like I didn't have enough fingers for what I wanted to do because you have a ton of force abilities. You do have a skill tree that you can work on, but a ton of force abilities, a ton of lightsaber moves that you can work on. So again, I felt that the controls 7 out of 10 just because of how difficult it was and how wonky it felt on keyboard and mouse. Some of the other negative comments from me, the timing of the moves felt a bit delayed. And what I mean by that is I would hit it and already be thinking about my next two or three moves because let's be honest, this is a combat game in some aspects. So you want to be two, three steps ahead in your combat. And this just didn't allow me to think the way that I would think on other action games. So you really had to slow down your thinking and let the move finish before you go on to your next move. Um, I know I said the huge world was a positive, and it is for people who enjoy kind of exploring, doing your own thing, moving at your own pace. But I'm also going to put it down as a negative, and here is why. The worlds are ginormous. The maps are somewhat confusing to read unless you have like a background in like engineering and you're used to looking at blueprints. It's the maps, and once you play this game, you'll know what I mean. The maps are absolutely crazy. But why the world being so big is a negative is because you're going to be finding bins, and in these bins could be anything from aesthetics, like new outfits, new paint jobs for your spaceship, or the very important stims. Now, the stims give you more health. Think of them as like a med pack, and you can collect more slots for them in these bins that are throughout the world. But you have to find them, and in worlds being so giant, it's difficult to find the amount of stims that you're going to need to be successful later on in the game. Also a negative. And this may go back to why the worlds are so big, and I couldn't find enough stims or enough slots for stims, right? So the enemies, the bosses, once we got to the boss fights, everyone was so OP. They were much more agile, and their strength was way bigger. Their health bars were ginormous compared to where our level was. So again, not impossible, all right? And some people may think that is a fun aspect of the game, just always on the uphill climb. But just for flow of the game, I thought this was kind of like a deterrent because the bosses were very difficult in this game to defeat. So along with the controls not
Woo!
being user friendly
Come on, baby. Come on,
on
baby.
keyboard and
We
mouse,
got this.
plus
Let's
not
go.
being able to time the amount of stims that you need to be
Woo!
effective in battle, it became very difficult towards the end. Another thing, the worlds are super large, and there are these things called force echoes throughout, where you can go up and kind of like see or have a sense of what went on in a certain area. Now, this is a really unique thing, so it's kind of positive and kind of negative. Kind of positive because it's a cool feature in the game. Don't get me wrong, but it's kind of negative because the information that you get from these echoes don't really add anything to the final product. They're just kind of there. They're not really well intertwined. They don't really mesh with anything important story wise. But if you are the type of gamer who likes to be a completionist and do it all, hey, they are littered throughout the worlds and you can find them all and have a good time kind of just like seeing what went on in these areas. Um, so those were pretty much all the negatives I had to say about the game. Overall, I think this is a fantastic game, and I would give this game an 8 out of 10. So, whew, there you have it. It's an 8 out of 10. Still very, very high on the scale, the Retroezbake gaming scale. So I would suggest, hey, if you're a Star Wars fan, get this game. If you enjoy playing large world interactive type situations, boom, this game is going to quench your thirst for that. So again, well put together game, absolutely beautiful to look at, great replay value, and who doesn't like holding and wielding a lightsaber? So 8 out of 10. This game produced by EA Sports, absolutely fantastic. 8 out of 10. Good job, guys, and I look forward to the next review. If you guys like this, hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, smash the bell for any notifications so you guys don't miss out on any of the Let's Play content coming your way. I do stream on Twitch every Monday through Friday, 3 p.m., so hope to see you guys in chat if live gaming is more your thing. If that's it for me, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out and be good.